Hello, everyone. My name is Wilton Burgos. Hello, everyone. My name is Wilton Burgos. I am a senior recruitment and admissions officer here at Bishop's University. And today I'll be taking you guys through these modules and learning about our university. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So welcome to Bishop's University. Bishop's is a small school with a big personality, one of the smallest English language universities in Canada, with approximately 3,000 students. This intimate size is one of our greatest strengths. It means students can walk across campus and recognize faces, connect with professors personally, and feel like part of a close-knit community here at Bishop's. Bishop's was founded in 1843, making us older than Canada itself. Bishop's does have a long history of providing transformative educational experience for students. Our campus is located in the picturesque borough of Sherbrooke, specifically in Lennoxville, within the Eastern Townships. This setting blends nature, history, culture, offering students a truly unique learning environment here at Bishop's. Because of our small size, we can offer advantages that larger universities oftentimes cannot. Small class sizes and low student to professor ratio. Professors know students by name or usually get to know students by name. Hands-on learning and mentoring. Students work closely with faculty on research, creative projects, and community initiatives as well. A strong sense of belonging with vibrant clubs, arts, athletics, and leadership opportunities. Students don't just attend Bishops, they become part of its community. When you recommend Bishops, you can confidently offer students an environment where they'll be seen, they'll be supported, and given every opportunity to thrive both academically and personally as well. So we are located in Quebec, as previously mentioned. This region blends small town charm with convenient access to major urban centers, making it appealing for students who want a safe, welcoming environment without feeling isolated as well. We're just about 90 minutes away by car from Montreal, home to the nearest international airport, and roughly 7 hours from Toronto. This makes Bishops accessible for international students while still offering a quieter, more focused setting for their studies. One of our most distinctive features is that we are an English language university within a French-speaking province. All our programs are taught in English, but students have the chance to immerse themselves in French, both on campus and in the surrounding community as well. For those who want to learn the language, Bishops offers French courses at a reduced tuition rate for international students, an affordable way to gain a valuable skill while earning their degree. We're also located just 40 minutes out of the US border, which is an added advantage for students who may want to travel or have family nearby. And for agents working with students who can't visit in person right away, we offer virtual tours so students can explore our campus from anywhere that they may be in the world. Sharing the Bishop story with confidence. You are the key connection helping students find a place where they'll thrive, and Bishops is that place for them. Nestled in Lennoxville, Sherbrooke, right in the heart of Quebec's eastern townships, Bishops offers the perfect blend of urban and rural living. Students can enjoy peace and relaxation of nature, hiking Mount Pinnacle, snow tubing and skiing during winter, or cycling around Lac des Nations, or enjoying our downtown area. We're also just a few minutes away from restaurants, cafes, and cultural life in Sherbrooke, and only about 90 minutes away from Montreal. When you share Bishops with students, you're not just presenting a university, you're offering them an environment where they can focus, recharge, and explore the best of both worlds. So what makes Bishops stand out? When you talk to students about Bishops, you can confidently highlight the advantages that make us different. We offer a broad range of programs with both depth and flexibility, so students can explore their passions while staying on track for their degree. Our focus on experiential learning means students don't just sit in lectures, taking hands-on experience throughout research, internships, fieldwork, and community projects that prepare them for life after graduation as well. We also pride ourselves on being affordable. Bishops offers competitive tuition rates and generous scholarships, making a high quality education accessible to more international students. And because we're an English language university in Quebec, students get the best of both worlds, an English academic experience with a bilingual, multicultural environment as well. Finally, with small class sizes, professors most of the time know their students by name and creates a truly personalized learning environment where students feel seen and supported in and outside of the classroom as well. So a few key takeaways for you guys as agents. When you recommend Bishops, you're giving students a broad range of programs with both breadth and depth plus hands-on experiential learning, a close-knit personalized experience with small class sizes and a strong faculty support, the perfect mix of nature and city life, a safe, beautiful campus near Sherbrooke, and just 90 minutes from Montreal, affordable, high-quality education with scholarships for international students, the chance to study in English with experiencing Quebec's French-speaking culture as well. So you get the best of both worlds. So now let's take a moment to reflect. These are oftentimes some questions that you might come across. If a student were to ask you what Bishop's community is like, how will you capture its energy, its warmth, and its opportunities? How will you inspire them to see Bishops not just as a university, but as a place where they can truly belong? While personally, I'd say Bishops is a close-knit and welcoming community where professors know you most of the times by name and students support each other as well. You study in English while experiencing Quebec's bilingual culture and even learning French if you choose. With hands-on learning, a vibrant campus life, and the perfect balance of city access and nature, Sherbrooke's cafes, Montreal's nearby, and outdoor activities year-round, Bishops is where students truly belong. Hi, agents. Welcome to Module 2, Academic Relevance. You've just seen how Bishops creates a welcoming, close-knit community where students feel they belong. Now let's explore how we pair that strong sense of belonging with academic relevance here at Bishops. Bishops may be a small school, but academically we are mighty. Our students benefit from a broad range of programs, small class sizes, and world-class professors. Through hands-on learning, mentorship, and real-world opportunities, students graduate ready to succeed wherever life takes them. The next chapter will show you exactly what makes academics at Bishops really unique and why you can confidently recommend it to prospective students. At Bishops, students can choose from more than 100 programs across 5 different divisions: humanities and social sciences, business, education, natural sciences, and mathematics. Whether someone dreams of becoming a teacher, launching a business, or pursuing cutting-edge research, Bishops offers the programs to help them get there. Our humanities and social sciences faculties offers everything from psychology, where we recently launched a PsyD program with our own clinic on campus, to drama, where our students get to put on their own productions as early as their first year on campus. Our business faculty offers 7 concentrations, everything from business analytics to entrepreneurships. Our students have also gone on to compete at business case competitions where they get to solve real life business problems, both nationally and internationally, and have consistently placed as well. Our education faculty offers both elementary and secondary education streams, and our students receive over 700 hours of practicum, starting with hands-on experience as early as their first year. Our natural sciences and mathematics faculty offers programs such as computer science, where students get to build substantial software systems, work on team projects, including open source in some cases, and benefit from internship opportunities to apply what they've learned in the classroom to other programs in this division, such as, for example, pre-med, for those students that are interested in going on to medical school. Our program does cover all the prerequisites needed to apply to any medical school in Canada or the US. And just to highlight some of our amazing divisions, these are the specific programs that fall within all of these specific divisions. So humanities, you can see we have our administration, classical studies, drama, English, études de langue française et de culture francophone. We have fine arts, history and global studies, liberal arts, modern languages, music, and philosophy. We have under natural sciences and mathematics, biochemistry, biology, chemistry, computer science, mathematics, physics, and astronomy. Under education, we have elementary education, secondary education, and teaching English as a second language as well. Under our social sciences, we have economics, environment and geography, politics and international study, psychology, sociology, and sports studies. And under our Williams School of Business, business administration with the 7 concentrations that I mentioned. For a full list of all our programs, feel free to look at our viewbook or academic calendar on our website. The slide that had our divisions also has a QR code included that leads you directly to our viewbook that has a full list of all our programs. While Bishop remains primarily an undergraduate institution, we strive to deliver a robust, meaningful, and complete graduate experience to our community. Given our small size, our graduate students generally have more opportunities than other institutions to mentor undergraduate students, support faculty with their research and or teaching, develop academic and professional skills, providing them with tools to push themselves towards their academic and professional goals. Here's a list of graduate programs we offer here at Bishop's. So education, computer science, physics, and astronomy. At Bishop's, education is not a one-size-fits-all. It's a journey the students can choose to go on to be able to attain their own personal and academic goals. They can start by choosing from a wide range of majors and minors, then mix and match across disciplines to create a degree that reflects both their passion and career aspirations. Our program offers both breadth and depth, allowing students to explore new interests through electives while still diving deep into their primary areas of study through honors programs and research opportunities. Flexibility is one of Bishop's greatest strengths. In fact, about 70% of our students graduate from a different program that they originally applied into. This means that students can try courses, discover new passions, and pivot confidently, knowing they have the support and guidance to create a degree that works for them. And for those who want to take their studies even further, Bishop's opens doors to graduate studies, preparing students for advanced academic work or professional programs like medicine, law, and even business as well. So experiential learning at Bishop's is a major selling point. One of the biggest advantages you can share with students about Bishop's is our commitment to hands-on real-world learning. Experiential learning is built into the student experience here at Bishop's, helping them connect classroom theory to practical application while preparing for meaningful careers and personal growth. At Bishop's, students can access a wide range of opportunities, including co-op programs and internship practicums to gain career experience before graduation, peer tutoring and research projects to deepen knowledge and leadership skills, integrate courses and entrepreneurship programs that encourage innovation, funding opportunities and grants to support student initiatives, options to get paid or earn credits while learning, a chance to build a strong resume and professional network that sets them apart after graduation. These experiences ensure that Bishop's graduates don't just leave Bishop's with the degree, they leave with the skills, the confidence, and connections they need to succeed anywhere they choose to go on to in the world. Some exceptional outcomes you can share with students. When you recommend Bishop's, you can be confident you're sending students to a place where success is the norm. Bishop students and faculty consistently earn national and international recognition. We have 6 national 3M student awards, placing our students among the very best in Canada. 5 Canada Research Chairs, proof that world-class research thrives on our small, supportive campus. 15 Rhodes Scholars, graduates who have gone on to become global readers and innovators as well. These achievements show that Bishop's offers students not just a welcoming community, but the opportunity to excel at the highest level. A powerful message for students considering their future here at Bishop's University. So how will you communicate with students that Bishop's prepares them for careers, not just with strong academics, but through real-world hands-on learning opportunities? I think personally, I'd say Bishop's helps students build career skills by combining strong academic programs with practical hands-on learning as well. In class, they gain solid theoretical knowledge from expert professors. Outside class, they apply that learning through internship, co-ops, research projects, and community partnerships, graduating with both a degree and valuable experience. On top of that, Bishops provides career support services like workshops, mentoring, and networking events, helping students make a smooth transition into the workforce after they graduate. Welcome to Module 3, which is Student Services. When you introduce Bishops to students, it's important to emphasize that their success here means more than good grades. It's about feeling supported, included, and confident throughout their entire university journey. Hi, agents. Welcome to Module 3, which is Student Services. When you introduce Bishops to students, it's important to emphasize that their success here means more than good grades. It's about feeling supported, included, and confident throughout their university journey. Bishops University has consistently ranked #1. Come on. Fuck. Okay. Okay. Hi, agents. Welcome to Module 3, which is Student Services. When you introduce Bishops to students, it's important to emphasize that their success here means more than good grades. It's about feeling supported, included, and confident throughout their entire university journey. Bishops University has consistently ranked #1 in student services according to Maclean's University rankings, because we go beyond academics to care for our students. We care for our students as a whole. We provide academic support like peer tutoring, one-on-one coaching, and specialized help centers like math, writing, physics, French, so students always have the tools they need to succeed. Personal support include counseling, mental health services, and accessibility services. Our counseling is short-term, solution-focused, and students can even drop in for walk-in sessions when they need immediate help. Campus services like 24-hour security, health and sports medicine clinic, Indigenous Student Support Center, and Sexual Violence Support Center, ensuring every student feels safe and supported. For agents, this is a powerful message for you guys to utilize. Bishops offers a level of care and accessibility often found at elite private schools, all in a welcoming, inclusive environment that helps students thrive in and inside of the classroom. When presenting Bishops to students, it's important to highlight that their education doesn't stop at our campus. Through our study abroad program, students have the chance to spend a semester or a year at our 50+ partner universities in more than 25 countries worldwide. These opportunities allow students to immerse themselves in new cultures and perfect additional languages, gain valuable cross-cultural and global competencies, enrich their studies with new perspectives and approaches, build confidence, independence, and lifelong friendships as well. Bishops offers students a chance to pair a close-knit Canadian university experience with international exposure, giving them a global perspective and a competitive edge in today's interconnected world. When speaking to students, you can proudly share that Bishops is deeply committed to creating an inclusive and supporting campus. Our Indigenous Student Support space, Kwigwamla, is a beautiful, welcoming place that fosters connection, reflection, and a sense of belonging for Indigenous students and allies. This space is just one example of Bishops' commitment to reconciliation and inclusion. Across campus, we offer a wide range of supports, academics, cultural, and personal, to ensure that every student feels valued and has the resources they need to thrive on our campus. For agents, this is important to highlight that Bishops as a university cares for students as a whole, again, not just as learners, We care for every single need of our students that come on campus. Now, onto our model reflection question. If a student asked what services are available at Bishop's, how would you respond to this? Which services would you highlight first? I think personally, I would tell students that Bishop's is ranked #1 in Canada for student services, which means they will be supported every step of the way. I'd highlight our Student Success Center for tutoring and help centers, our health clinic and sports medicine clinic for wellness, and our career and transition services for co-op, career coaching, and job preparation as well. I'd also mention counseling and accessibility services, so they know Bishop's provides academic, personal, and emotional support to help them thrive in and outside of the classroom. Hi, agents. Welcome to Module 4, which is on-campus housing and experience. When speaking with students, you can share that living on campus is one of the best ways to dive into the Bishop's experience. We guarantee residence for all first-year students, giving them a smooth transition into university life. With 7 residence halls, including our newest, Janine Otter Hall, students can choose the style that best suits them, from traditional dorms to apartment-style living. We offer accommodations for every single student, depending on what their preference is. Living in residence means more than just a place to stay. Residence assistants on every floor provide mentorship, organized. Hi, agents. Welcome to Module 4, which is on-campus housing and experience. When speaking with students, you can share that living on campus is one of the best ways to dive into the Bishop's experience. We guarantee residence for all first-year students, giving them a smooth transition into university life. With 7 residence halls to choose from, including our newest residence, Janine Otter Hall, students can choose the style that best suits them, from traditional dorms, to apartment-style living. We offer a variety of different housing on campus. Living in residence means more than just a place to stay. Residence assistants on every floor provide mentorship, organize events, and build community amongst the students living on campus and specifically in their building. Research shows that students who live on campus in their first year often achieve higher GPAs than those who don't. Residence life fosters friendships, networking, and involvement from day one, helping students feel like they truly belong and are part of the Bishop's community. For agents, this must be a very easy selling point because Bishop's residence life offers students a supportive, safe, and engaging environment that helps them succeed both socially and academically here at Bishop's. When speaking with students, highlight that Bishop's dining options help make the campus feel like home. Our Doers Dining Hall, or as we like to call it, Dewey's, offers a continuous dining model, meaning students have unlimited entry during open hours, a big advantage over the meal swipe system at many other institutions. Students can stop in as often as they want, as many times as they want, whether for a full meal, a quick snack, or to catch up with friends. The menu oftentimes features international cuisine, plant-based and allergy-friendly options, and plenty of variety to keep meals exciting for students. Beyond Dewey's, campus favorites include the Purple Pod. We also have Tim Hortons located on campus, the Library Cafe, and the bus stop cafes as well, ensuring students always have a place to grab a bite, study, or connect with friends as well. This is a very great selling point because Bishop's Dining isn't just about food. It's about building community and giving students the flexibility and support they need to thrive here at Bishop's University. So on to our module reflection question. If a student were to ask you, how would you explain the benefits on living on campus? I know I personally would explain that living on campus is the fastest way to feel connected and part of the Bishop's community. First-year students get guaranteed residence and can choose from 7 residence halls. Including modern options like our Janine Hatter Hall. Living in residence gives students an easy access to classes, events, and campus resources as well. Plus, residence assistants help them feel supported and build friendships as well. I'd also mention that research shows that first-year students who live on campus often have higher GPAs and are more engaged in student life. Hi, agents. Welcome to Module 5, which is Student Life. When speaking with students, emphasize that life at Bishops is lively, inclusive, and full of ways to get involved. Students often say they find their second family here at Bishops, thanks to the tight-knit community that we offer here at Bishops. Bishops offers over 40 clubs and associations, including the Outdoors Clubs, the Dance Club, Poetry Collective, Model UN, and Improv Troupe. Students can even create their own clubs if they don't see one that matches their interests. Highlight that Bishops has strong traditions like Homecoming in September and Winterfest in February, which bring the entire campus together for music, sports, and celebrations as well. Reinforcing that Bishops is much more than belonging and connection. It's about academic, as it is about, come on. Hi, agents. Welcome to Module 5, which is Student Life. When speaking with students, emphasize that life at Bishops is lively, inclusive, and full of ways to get involved. Students often say they find their second family here thanks to the tight-knit and welcoming community here at Bishops. Bishops offers over 40 clubs and associations, including the Outdoors Clubs, the Dance Club, the Poetry Collective, the Model UN Club, and Improv Troupe, just to mention a few. And students can even create their own clubs if they don't see one that maybe matches their interests here at Bishops. Highlight that Bishops has strong traditions like Homecoming in September and Winterfest in February, which brings the entire campus together for music, sports, and celebration, reinforcing that Bishops is as much as about belonging and connection as it is about academics as well. When speaking with students, emphasize as well that athletics are a core part of the Bishops experience. Our Gators compete with passion, teamwork, and pride. Athletics here are as much about personal growth as they are about winning games. Bishops offers 10 varsity sports, including men's and women's basketball, men's and women's rugby, and men's and women's golf. We have a women's hockey and soccer team, a men's lacrosse, and a men's football team as well. This past year, 6 of our teams advanced on to nationals, with women's hockey winning the national championship and women's basketball winning the RSEQ championship. A huge point of pride for our community here at Bishops. Bishops also provides dedicated coaches, excellent facilities, and a close-knit fan base helping students athletes grow as leaders, both on and off the field. Encourage students to see athletics as a way to build resilience here at Bishops, to form friendships, and to create unforgettable memories here as well, regardless of whether they are playing varsity, intramural, or simply cheering from the stands, cheering on their friends. If a student asked what campus life is like, what 2 examples would you share? No, we have to do that again. Fuck me. Like, for real, you have to do that. Okay. Hi, agents. Welcome to Module 5, which is Student Life. So when speaking with students, emphasize that life at Bishops is lively, inclusive, and full of ways to get involved. Students often say they find their second family here at Bishops, thanks to the tight-knit and welcoming community. Bishops offers over 40 clubs and associations, including the Outdoors Club, Dance Club, the Poetry Collective, Model UN, and Improv Troupe, just to mention a few. And students can even create their own clubs if they don't see one that matches their interests here at Bishops. Highlight that Bishops has very strong traditions as well, like Homecoming in September and Winterfest in February, which bring the entire campus together for music, for sports and celebration, reinforcing that Bishops is as much about belonging and connection as it is about academics. So when speaking with students, emphasize that athletics are a core part of the Bishops experience. Our Gators, come on, how many times am I gonna have to do this slide? Module 5, y'all fucking with me, girl. Y'all fucking with me too much. Like, okay. Hi, agents. Welcome to Module 5, which is Student Life. When speaking to students, try to emphasize that Life of Bishops is lively, inclusive, and full of ways to get involved as a student. Students often say that they find their second family here at Bishops thanks to the tight-knit and welcoming community. Bishops offers over 40 clubs and associations, including the Outdoors Clubs, the Dance Club, the Poetry Collective, Model UN, and the Improv Troupe, just to mention a few off the top of my head. And students can even create their own clubs if they don't see one that matches their interests. Highlight that Bishops does have very, very strong traditions like Homecoming in September and Winterfest in February, which bring the entire campus together for music, for sports, for celebration, reinforcing that Bishops is as much about belonging and connection that it is about academics. When speaking with students, try to emphasize as well that athletics are a core part of the Bishops experience. Our Gators compete with passion, teamwork, and pride. And athletics here are as much about personal growth as they are about winning games. Bishops offers 10 varsity sports, including men's and women's basketball, rugby, and golf, women's hockey and soccer, and men's lacrosse and men's football. This past year, something that we're very, very proud of, 6 of our teams advanced to nationals, with women's hockey winning the national championship and women's basketball winning the RSEQ championship, a huge point of pride for the Bishops community. Bishops provides dedicated coaches, excellent facilities for our athletes, and a close-knit fan base as well, helping student athletes grow as leaders both on and off the field. Encourage students to see athletics as a way to build resilience, to form friendships, and to create unforgettable memories here at Bishops, regardless of whether you're playing a varsity sport, you're playing intramural sports, or simply cheering on as a Bishops student from the stands. Now, on to our module reflection question. If a student asks what campus life is like, what 2 examples would you share to help them picture themselves here at Bishops, or to picture what campus life is like here at Bishops? So personally, I'd share that campus life is a vibrant and personal with over 40 clubs, as I mentioned before. There's something for everyone here at Bishops. And if you don't find something for you, you can create that community within our community as well. Whether you love dance, debate, improv, or the outdoors, there is something for everyone here at Bishops. I'd also mention the big traditions here at Bishops, just to kind of give them an idea of what the Bishops community is like. Homecoming in September and Winterfest in February. These events bring the entire campus together and make Bishops feel like one big family with music, games, and celebrations that students talk about for years. Hmm. Hi, agents. Welcome to Module 6, which is Opportunities Beyond Bishops. So when speaking to students, try to emphasize that a bishop's education is more than 4 years. It's a lifelong advantage. Bishops is an alumni network of nearly 23,000 graduates working worldwide across industries like business, healthcare, education, the arts, politics, and much more. These alumni frequently credit bishops for the values, connections, and confidence that shaped their careers and who they are today. You can also highlight that students join a global community from day one, with alumni living across North America, Europe, Asia, and Africa. They gain access to valuable context and mentorship opportunities from the day they graduate. Finally, you can also let students know the Bishop celebrates its alumni through annual awards and regional chapters in cities like Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary, London, Halifax, Ottawa, and Montreal, keeping that Bishop spirit alive long after they graduate, should they want to stay in Canada and move to one of these major cities and stay connected to our institution. When talking to students, try and emphasize that Bishop's alumni are proof that a small, close-knit university can prepare students for extraordinary success. With a global network of more than 22,000 students, as I mentioned before, our alumni are thriving in fields as diverse as business, the arts, sciences, education, and healthcare. This slide highlights just a few of recent examples of what our alumni have gone on to do. Sabrina Binta-Conte, a fellow graduate of mine from the year of 2021, is now a growth and marketing consultant at Signify. Tyler Cassette, graduate of 2022, is an independent artist and performer with Rock U Canada. Holton Diganize, a graduate of 2024, is now a strength and conditioning coach that blends research and practices together. Their achievements reflect the kind of personalized education and transformative experiences Bishops is known for, equipping our graduates with the skill, confidence, and connection to excel worldwide. So now on to our module reflection question. What story from Bishop's alumni or study abroad opportunities would you use to show a student the long-term value of a Bishop's education? So when a student asks about the lifelong value of a Bishop's education, I love sharing real stories. So for example, Sabrina Binta-Conte, a graduate I personally knew during my time here at Bishops as well, is now a growth marketing consultant at Signify, a role that combines creativity and strategy on a global scale. She credits Bishops for giving her the confidence and hands-on experience she needed to excel in this field after graduation. Or I might highlight some of our study abroad programs where students spend a semester at one of our 50+ partner institutions worldwide at around 25+ countries they can choose from. They return to Canada or return to Bishops with new perspective, with language skills and friendships from around the world, something that shapes both their careers and lives long after graduation. Hi, agents. Welcome to Module 7, which is Hi, agents. Welcome to Module 7, which is Admissions and Finance. Applying to Bishops is very simple and pretty structured. Students begin by completing the online application at ubishops.ca. Hi, agents. Welcome to Module 7, which is Admissions and Finance. So applying to Bishops is pretty simple and structured. Students begin by completing the online application on our website, ubishops.ca, and paying the application fee, which is currently 75 Canadian dollars. Next, they submit their supporting documents, and if international, apply for a Quebec CAQ and Canadian study permit. International students are automatically considered for our competitor scholarships if they submit their application before the March 1st deadline. Hi, agents. Welcome to Module 7, which is Admissions and Finance. So applying to Bishops is pretty simple and structured. Students begin by completing the online application on our website, ubishops.ca, and paying for the application fee. Hi, agents. Welcome to Module 7, which is Admissions and Finance. Applying to Bishops is pretty simple and structured. Our students begin by completing the online application.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yorkville University and Toronto Film School's Train Hub training program. My name is Liam Dutton. I'm the Director of International Student Recruitment, and today I'm going to be guiding you through the application process and everything that you need to know about our two institutions. So, looking forward to having you along the ride, and please follow along. So today we're going to be learning a little bit about Wide Study in Canada, Yorkville University as a whole, the programs that we offer at our institution, being the Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Interior Design, Bachelor of Creative Arts, and our admission process and tuition with those two. And then also Toronto Film School, our sister institution, which can essentially be seen as our creative school. We'll look at the programs that we offer at Toronto Film School, also the admissions process and tuition, and then our English as a second language pathway. Then at the end, any links and contact information you might need in order to be successful with supporting your students. Why should your students study in Canada? Well, there's a number of reasons why they should consider both Yorkville University and Toronto Film School, but Canada as a destination is a very affordable country. It's a very diverse country, and it has a very strong economy. We're very lucky that our institutions are located in a variety of provinces and a variety of cities that allow students to make the best decision for them financially. Either way, no matter which one of our campuses the students come to, they'll be supported, they'll be part of a great Canadian ecosystem and enjoy their time as an international student. So, why Yorkville University? Some of the major reasons why students should choose Yorkville is that we are not trying to be a traditional institution. We are a private university, and we are Canada's largest private university. Some things that make us stand out is our degree flexibility. So students can actually finish their degrees with us in as few as 2 years. It is still a 4-year, 120 credit hour bachelor degree, but because we have 4 intakes, students are able to accelerate and continue to study straight through the year and not have to take any forced breaks. We also have flexible schedules for their courses during the week. We offer classes from early mornings to late nights, but then also on the weekends that allows students to dictate what their weekly schedule looks like to a higher degree, which will also help them with part-time work. We have very affordable tuition. When you're looking at the larger landscape of Canadian tuitions, our Bachelor of Business Administration, for example, is about 55,000 Canadian dollars. That makes us arguably one of the most affordable international tuitions in the country for a full bachelor's degree. We have a very practical focus, and I'll talk about that in a little more detail when I get into the programs. But all of our programs are supposed to be focused on hands-on practical knowledge that will allow students to go directly into the industry. And in order to go into the industry, we have dedicated career services, which will help students find jobs during their studies, but then also help them prepare for those bigger careers upon graduation. We do resume support. We have interview preparation. We have an online job portal. Our career services team will actually come to a student's class and teach them a little bit more about job seeking in Canada and what to expect upon graduation. As I mentioned, we've got campuses in both Vancouver and Toronto, so that gives the students the flexibility. Maybe they have family located in Toronto or family in Vancouver and they want to be close to them. Maybe the student just likes being by the ocean, or maybe they want to be in the most multicultural city in the world in downtown Toronto. And then also we provide a lot of support for students that are seeking to obtain their postgraduate work permit, and all of our programs listed here for Yorkville do qualify for the full 3 years. So I mentioned that we have campuses in 3 different provinces. So we are blessed to be located in Vancouver, which is our new Westminster campus, and that is where we host all of the specializations of our Bachelor of Business Administration. In Toronto, we are located in an area called Concord, which is slightly north of the GTA or the downtown Toronto area, which is great because it gives students access to everything that they would need, but also it becomes a little more affordable because it's not right downtown. And then also in Fredericton, New Brunswick, which is where we were originally founded, but that is currently where all of our virtual programs are hosted out of. So for the most part, our international students will be looking in Vancouver and Toronto. Yorkville University has currently about 13,000 students. We have a coast-to-coast presence, which is quite unique for an institution because a lot of schools might have multiple campuses in the same province, but we're one of the few that have multiple campuses across multiple provinces. So we have 5 campuses in 3 provinces, and each year we welcome about 2,000 international students from over 75 different countries. In the last 5 years alone, we've had students from 148 different nationalities, and we're looking forward to continuing to increase and improve that. So now I'd like to talk to you a little bit more about our BBA. So our business degree has a variety of different specializations that a student can pursue. They can choose to go into the general BBA, or they can take accounting, energy management, project management, and supply chain management. As I mentioned previously, our specializations are hosted out of our Vancouver campus. Students have the opportunity to take project management in Toronto or the general degree, or if they want to pursue any of the other specializations listed here, they'll be able to study that in Vancouver. The reason that we have chosen these specializations is because we believe that they are specializations that give students a step up within various industries here in Canada. There's always going to be a need for accountants. Energy management is obviously a very important topic because the world is looking more at sustainability. And COVID did a very good job of demonstrating that project management and supply chain management are very important pieces of keeping our societies running. So all of these specializations will have great career outcomes for your students and allow them to have a competitive edge versus students that might just have a general BCom or a general BBA that does not include a much deeper depth of learning within a certain field. I'll also talk about the accreditations that students could work towards, and that's another reason why I think they should choose our BBA. So our Bachelor of Interior Design is fully accredited by CETA, which is one of the highest accreditations that a interior designer can obtain, and it is also a globally recognized accreditation. So students that might be interested in a field of design, but maybe aren't keen on pursuing a very in-depth scientific version of architecture, or maybe they don't have the math abilities to go into a more technical program like architecture, could pursue a degree in interior design. It is accredited by the Association of Registered Interior Designers of Ontario, as well as the Interior Designers of Canada, and the students will be able to work towards obtaining their registration with the NCIDQ. That will allow them to work within the field to a much higher degree than a student that is only taking a program like interior decorating or a diploma in an architectural field. It is an industry that is continuing to rise within Canada, especially as we grow more as a nation. Obviously, we have a very large country, but not a large population. So growth will continue to happen, especially within our infrastructure. And with that growth and with that increase in the infrastructure, we will need more interior designers, especially ones that are registered. So our Bachelor of Interior Design is a great option for students. I'm also very happy to announce that we've reduced the length of the program from 180 credit hours down to 120, which will allow students to graduate in the same amount of time as they would with another degree that they might be considering. There is an online option for students that do want to study outside of Canada. But obviously, if students want to study in Canada and be eligible for the PGWP and pursue work in the field of interior design, they'll need to spend their studies here on campus. So they do have the options of both, but I strongly suggest understanding what your students' needs are and pushing them towards the appropriate delivery mode. We also have our Bachelor of Creative Arts. Our BCA is a one-of-a-kind program here in Canada, and it is intentionally designed to allow students that have a background or diploma or certification in an artistic discipline. It allows them to bridge that hands-on knowledge that they have to go into the practical business and leadership side of things that is needed for them to develop and grow within the creative art industries. It's a very unique program because what we've essentially done is flipped the traditional path that a student might take with a hands-on program, where traditionally in Canada, they either do a college program that has a lot of hands-on work or a university program that has a lot of theoretical work. Students are going through their bachelor's degrees and then realizing that they need the hands-on practical elements of that in order to be successful. So they do a degree and then a diploma. That's kind of what we're seeing happening now in Canada. With the BCA, we've flipped it, and they're going to do all of the technical work up front. So they're going to learn about filmmaking, and visual arts, practical effects, acting, writing. It could be in fashion, whatever it might be, whatever their artistic discipline is. Provided that they've got a full diploma with the required number of hours, they can come directly into the Bachelor of Creative Arts, which only requires 2 years of study. It is a completion degree, so that means that it's still recognized and still qualifies for the full 3-year PGWP. But what it's doing is training leaders in the creative industries to pursue jobs that were traditionally held by individuals that might be coming from a consulting firm or coming from a business background. So if you think about executive producers, if you think about studio heads, if you think about talent agents, if you think about individuals that are writing government grants, traditionally that was an individual coming from a business background with no real understanding of the creative industries. What we've done is flip that, and we're training people with technical backgrounds to learn the budgeting, the management, the planning, the industry development elements that will allow them to have much larger scope. So they can stay within the creative industries, maybe working in film, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be the one behind the camera. They could also be the one that's writing the budget proposals or grant applications for the production that they're working on. So it's a great opportunity for students. And as I mentioned, it is a one-of-a-kind program here in Canada that they can study at our Toronto campus. To help you understand the progression of the BCA, we've got a nice little graphic here at the bottom. So students could traditionally, and this is where the pathway was actually created from, students would start at Toronto Film School, complete their diploma in one of our creative fields, and then transition into the Bachelor of Creative Arts here at Yorkville University. They'll earn a diploma and a degree in 3.5 years, qualify for the full 3-year PGWP, and have a much larger scope in order to pursue different careers and options. If a student does not start at Toronto Film School, they can come to us from any other institution with a diploma in a creative industry, as I mentioned, and still complete the 2-year BCA. So they have a lot of options. They can do it here in Canada. They can come from their home country and go straight into the BCA. But the program itself was designed intentionally to allow our Toronto Film School students to still qualify for the 3-year PGWP. And I'll talk a little bit more about Toronto Film School later. As I mentioned, within our BBA program, as well as our BID, we have a lot of accreditations and designations that are either attached to the program or that are sitting there for the students to work towards. For example, students that are taking our accounting program, they'll complete a number of requirements that are needed in order to pursue their CPA designation upon graduation. The same goes for the PMI, the SCC or SEAT, basically allowing students to work in a more specialized and a more streamlined manner to reach an end goal or an end designation that they might have in mind. This allows our students to be a lot more competitive within their industries. As I mentioned previously, if you put 2 business students side by side, one of them's only done a general degree, but one of them's completed a number of requirements to head into their CPA. The student with the streamlined designation might actually be more competitive in the job market because the employer sees that they have an additional set of skills that makes them more valuable to the company or within that industry, and also allows students to continue to fast track their outcomes and work towards whatever their end goal might be. It could be being registered as a project manager. It could be becoming a CETA accredited interior designer. Whatever it might be, we're constantly looking at what the market demands, what the industry demands, and what the students demand in order to be successful at Yorkville and in everything that they do afterwards. Our admissions processes here at Yorkville are relatively straightforward. You can see them listed here from 1 to 7 on the side. Obviously, the first step would be completing the application form. The application form can be found online, and it should be able to be filled out in about 5 to 10 minutes. After the application form has been submitted, it will prompt you to pay the application fee, which is 75 Canadian dollars. After the form's been submitted, you will have to also submit the students' high school transcripts. If they're applying for the Bachelor of Creative Arts, they'll also need to submit their creative diploma from a institution that is accredited and recognized within their home country or here in Canada. And that has to be an official copy of the diploma as well. We can't use unofficial transcripts for that one. For our programs, the minimum overall average we're looking for is an equivalent of 65%. If students are coming from an international curriculum, we'll do the conversion here in our admissions office and we'll equate that to a Canadian 65%. Obviously, we know if students are coming from certain curriculums like CBSE, we do a relative conversion. So students would be looking for about a 50% from CBSE, but we look at all boards, all curriculums, all backgrounds, and we look at each application on an individual basis. So students will have the opportunity to challenge their admission decision if there's something additional that we think we should know. They'll also have the opportunity to write a mature student test if they've been out of school for a number of years. There's also additional math requirements that we can look at as well, knowing that those are typically the areas where students struggle. For their language requirements, obviously a 6.5 for direct entry is fairly standard across the board and basically what IRCC is looking for as well. But for our programs directly, a student can actually enter with a 6.0 for both the BBA, the BCA, and the BID. And what will happen is the student will be taking a mandatory EAP class. This English class is to get them up to the level of a 6.5. It's free of charge. It's built into their schedule automatically. So it gives the students the additional English language support, but it also doesn't slow down their academic journey. Some institutions, if a student's taking an ESL pathway or an EAP pathway, the student will only be taking those language courses. And then once they're up to the appropriate level, going into their regular program. But for us, we're able to do it simultaneously and have a lot more back and forth with our language department to ensure student success. We'll also ask for a resume and letter of intent if it's applicable, and that would be applicable for the Bachelor of Interior Design program. The resume itself is really just to determine what the student's academic journey has been, because a lot of our students aren't necessarily coming in directly from high school. Some of them might have a number of years of gap. We just want to understand what they've been doing since graduation, if they're not applying directly, whether they've been to any other additional academic institutions, or if there's anything additional we need to know to support their admissions process and application. Obviously, we'll need a copy of the student's passport to determine their nationality, and that will also play into some of the bursaries and tuition differentials that we have. And if they currently have their study permits, a copy of that would be required, which would allow us to streamline their process a little faster. If a student does not currently have a study permit, usually if they're not located in Canada currently, we will be able to get our LOAs issued in about, on average, 5 days. So we are very, very fast with our admissions decisions, and we want to be as quick as possible, knowing that the students need more time to apply for their study permits, and this supports that process. And then once they have received their preliminary offer of admission, their PLOA, or their conditional offer, they'll be able to make their tuition deposit. You can see here that for the BBA and the BCA, it's 4,400 Canadian dollars. For the BID, it's 5,000 Canadian dollars. But if a student's applying from an SDS country, they can pay the full first year fee, which would be $15,000 for the BBA, $17,000 for the Bachelor of Interior Design, which will then allow us to issue them a receipt in order to make that SDS application. Talked about the admissions process, and let's talk about what everyone wants to know. How much does it cost? So the fees that we have listed here are the regular full scope of the program. There are a number of bursaries and different tuition differentials that are available in general. But the regular total cost that you see here is kind of the base level that we're going to work off of. For the Bachelor of Business Administration program, the current full-time tuition is $62,720, and that is for the entire program. So all of the prices listed here are for the duration of the program. Because we have the 4 intakes, students can obviously have different first-year fees. For the BBA, we do have a $15,000 first-year fee that is specifically exclusive for Apply Board RPs. So it is a very accessible first-year tuition for those students, and then they'll pay the remainder of the balance across the rest of their program. The Bachelor of Interior Design, full-time tuition is $76,625. The Bachelor of Creative Arts is $40,500, but there is a $5,000 bursary automatically available for students coming in not from Toronto Film School. And if a student comes from Toronto Film School into the BCA directly, their tuition will actually only be $21,000. So they'll get a significant bursary for students coming through our own pathway. And I'll talk about that pathway in a little more detail when I speak about our Toronto Film School admissions. Something of note is that our tuition can be paid per term, and there are monthly payment plans available with no additional interest. So when you look at the general approach to tuition in Canada, for a lot of the public institutions, it's done in 2 installments, one in September and one in January, and the student has to come up with a large amount of cash up front. We understand that not every student has the same financial backgrounds. Not everyone has the same access to large amounts of funds at the same time. So we give students the option to make those monthly payment plans, which allows them to focus more on their schooling, not be as stressed about those tuition payments, and also be able to utilize the part-time work opportunities to help with their living costs and things like that. So it is a very affordable tuition as a whole, but then it's also a very accessible tuition for students of all backgrounds. Now, for students that are coming from Mexico and the United States, we honor the UMESCA agreement, and those students will actually pay domestic Canadian fees. So essentially, looking at the fees here, you would be able to cut them in half, and the students would pay the domestic Canadian rates. But in general, the overall admission fees for all international students can be seen here. Now I'd like to talk to you a little bit about Toronto Film School. Toronto Film School is one of the top film and creative arts schools in Canada. We've been recognized as one of the top film schools for international students by Apply Board. We've been named one of the best film schools in Canada by Careers in Film. We've been ranked as one of the best film schools in Canada by Course Compare as well. So Toronto Film School has an exceptional pedigree and a very long history of being an industry leader in Canada. The reason that students should look at Toronto Film School is because the industries in Canada, especially in film, graphic design, and video game design, are absolutely booming. They are quickly becoming some of Canada's top industries because of the amount of money that the Canadian government puts into them and the amount of work that is available. We have award-winning faculty across all of our programs, and we are blessed to have Andrew Barnsley as our president, who is a multi-time Emmy and Golden Globe award-winning producer. He actually holds the record for the most number of Emmys won in a year, and he did that with Schitt's Creek. And these are the types of individuals that will be teaching your students. They are accelerated diploma programs that range from 12 to 18 months, and they are very hands-on with predominantly on-campus training. Obviously, for students that are taking a program like acting, it's very difficult to do that over Zoom, but there are some components of the programs that they can take in a hybrid model. Our students, as I mentioned, are at the core of everything that we're doing. Toronto Film School as an institution is very good. Our faculty are very good. But at the end of the day, it's the success of our students that really make an impact on our reputation as an institution. So you can see here a wide variety of movies, productions houses, studios, video games. Our students have been part of all of these. So at the end of the day, I know the end goal for a creative student is breaking themselves into the industry. And sometimes parents can be worried about if there are jobs available for a student taking a creative diploma. Well, hopefully this is a fine example of that. And you can tell your students some of your favorite movies or productions that you've seen here, and hopefully they'll be in the next productions coming up in years to come. Our Toronto Film School campuses are located right in the downtown Toronto core. If you think about images of Times Square with all of the lights, the screens, the sounds, we're very close to that in Canada on the corner of Yonge and Dundas. So Yonge and Dundas is where all of the magic happens in Toronto. It is a buzzing hub of media, of design, of music. And it just makes sense for our campuses to be located within that same environment so our students can be saturated within the industry. If you actually walk right out the front door of our campus that you can see in the top picture there, when they were filming some of the DC and Marvel movies, the Batmobile was parked right out front of our campus. So students were essentially walking directly onto a film set. That's important because it allows students to start networking right away. I mentioned that our faculty are award-winning faculty. They have a lot of industry connections that students can take advantage of, but then also the quality of the spaces that we have available, including real live recording equipment that would be identical to what they would be using at an actual production or in an actual studio, and they get to use all of this at no additional cost. So it is just part of the process, it's part of the teaching, and it is part of what makes Toronto Film School and our students so special. Our Toronto Film School programs. For international students, we have programs in these 6 areas. So we have acting for film, TV, and theater. We have film production, graphic design and interactive media, video game design and animation, video game design and development, and writing for film and TV. All of these programs are 18-month programs, so 1.5-year programs, except for graphic design, which is a 12-month program. As I mentioned previously with Yorkville University, Toronto Film School falls into the same category of flexibility, where we have 4 intakes for every single one of these programs: January, April, July, and October. So the students can join us at whichever point in time they're ready. All of the programs are hands-on. They'll all have cross-program work that they'll be able to do. For an example, a film production student would be working very closely with the acting students naturally because they have to shoot someone, as well as the writing students because the actors need the scripts that they're working off of. So it's a very collaborative environment that allows students to explore more than just the program that they're working on and experience a bit more of the industry as a whole. A little bit more about the programs. Obviously, the students will have to get that firsthand experience, but to tell them a little bit more about each one, if you're not sure what a film production student might be doing, you can read here that they're obviously learning the inner workings of production directly from people like Andrew, who are executive producers that own their own production houses and companies. The same thing goes for our acting program. Our acting program is very hands-on. A lot of the public universities might have theater programs or acting programs that do come with a lot of theoretical knowledge. Our acting program is focused purely on the practical and applied elements. And something that makes it stand out is that our students will graduate with eligibility for their first credit in ACTRA, which is the Alliance of Canadian Cinema, Television, and Radio Artists. So they actually get their first credit, which will help them go on to receive additional parts in movies, productions, theater, etc. Writing, this one's pretty self-explanatory for students that are looking at becoming screenwriters. If they want to work with documentaries, broadcasts, dramas, feature films, they'll learn everything that they need to know about pitching, the finance elements, the doing the marketing and the show run of their own productions. They'll have a full scope of what writing can be, whether it is focused in an area like screenwriting or in a more general area like some of the ones I just mentioned. Looking at our video game programs, there is a difference obviously between animation and development. Some students like to be on the back end, some students like to be a little more creative on the front end, so we'll have opportunities for them in these areas. If a student's not sure what the difference between the two are, I encourage them to reach out to their admissions advisor to learn a little bit more, or to get in contact with our faculty or students here at TFS so they can figure out which path or which element works a little bit more in their favor. But a lot of the courses will be very similar, with the exceptions of the ones that go into the unique specialization. So they're not going to miss out if they start in one and want to switch to another. And then for the graphic design program, it is a very hands-on program. They're working on real-life projects. I actually just saw a display of a variety of different projects that our students had done, and I was blown away by the quality of the work and the diverse portfolio that we've mentioned here that shows their creative and technical skills. Tuition for Toronto Film School. The tuition for film and acting is $61,505 for the total program. Again, the video game design and writing programs is $58,565, and the graphic design program is $38,278. Again, these tuition fees are the total fee that they'll pay across the course of their program. So their term fees will be significantly lower if they're paying by term, or some students choose to pay the whole program up front. We do have the monthly payment plans available for these students as well, with no additional interest. A student can come right to campus on the first day and we'll set up a payment plan for them. And the same rules apply for Mexican and US students. They will pay the domestic Canadian rates for these programs. Thank you everyone for staying with us through this journey, and hopefully you've learned a lot about Yorkville University and Toronto Film School. Some key points that I'd like to leave you with in a few words. We are affordable, we are flexible, and we are practical. So students are able to get the degree and get the outcomes that they're looking for at half the price and half the pace of what they might see at a traditional university. We have campuses in Toronto and Vancouver, giving students the opportunity to be selective with their destination, but they're getting a high quality degree in a shorter amount of time, which allows them to pursue the outcomes that they're most interested in. So if your students are looking for an option that is different than the traditional, Yorkville University and Toronto Film School are great opportunities for them, and we look forward to supporting you through this process.
Welcome to Niagara College. Niagara College is Canada's #1 research college for 2023 and 2024. Over the years, NC has grown as a global leading college and Canada's most enterprising public post-secondary institution. Now, this training will cover why choose Niagara College, studying in Niagara region, program choices, admissions and tuition, and our amazing student life and support. So discover how we work with student-focused, welcoming, passionate, and trailblazing spirit. Let's get started.
Our state-of-the-art campuses in Welland and Niagara-on-the-Lake offer living laboratories and top-notch facilities. We offer hands-on education and training in diverse fields, all closely related to industry. Thanks to NC's academic excellence, industry-driven, passionate faculty, global learners have access to some of the best applied learning in the world. As a result, 95% of Niagara College graduates find employment within 6 months of graduation, and the same percentage of employers are satisfied with the results of hiring a Niagara College graduate.
Niagara College is located in the heart of Niagara region. While we are a few minutes away from the world-famous Niagara Falls, students will become part of a multicultural and diverse community. We welcome over 13 million tourists every year. What that means, a global perspective and a lot of network. The region is recognized across Canada for its culture, food, art, and music, a very rich and enriching community for your students. Safe and affordable than other big cities, this makes an ideal place for your student to live, study, and grow. And with the tourism-driven economy, this gives our students numerous employment options for both on campus and off campus.
And focus on providing students with specific skills. Diplomas usually last 2 years and combine theoretical skills Are you curious on how you can help students choose the right programs? Well, Niagara College offers a variety of credentials, including certificates, diplomas, advanced diplomas, and graduate certificates. Certificate programs usually last 1 year and focus on providing students with specific skills. Diplomas usually last 2 years and combine theoretical skills and hands-on practical learning. 3 years provide theoretical skills with combined learning, but expand the knowledge in that particular field. And graduate certificates are for students who already have some kind of post-secondary education and are looking to specialize in a very specific area and gain a very specific set of skills.
Join us to explore program paths for your students. Niagara College's 2 campuses offer specialized programs across a wide range of fields, providing career-focused education through practical, hands-on training in various industry-integrated fields, developing in-demand skills and real-world knowledge. Many Niagara College programs qualify for post-graduation work permit. Eligibility can vary, so we recommend checking our post-graduation work permit availability link regularly for the current details. The Daniel J. Patterson campus in Niagara-on-the-Lake is the home of NC's School of Business and Management, Community Services, Environmental and Horticulture Studies, Hospitality, Tourism and Culinary Arts, and Wine, Beer, Spirits. The campus also features learning enterprises where students can gain real world experience. Enterprises include teaching winery, teaching brewery, teaching distillery, and a teaching greenhouse. Additionally, there are innovation centers focused on horticulture and environmental sciences, food and beverage, and business commercialization. The Welland campus is the home of NC School of Technology, Trades, Nursing, Personal Support Worker, PSW, Applied Health, Justice, Fitness, and more. It features our open to public teaching clinics that provide services in the community while offering students a practical hands-on learning. This includes performance, physiotherapy, occupational therapy, massage therapy clinic, and dental clinic, and NC's teaching hair salon. The campus also houses a cutting-edge research hub for advanced manufacturing.
How to select programs online. So go to the NC International homepage and there go to Future Students. And you go to program, select program, and there you have filters. You can select by term, campus, you can select by area of interest or keywords, and you will get to the page of results, and there you can select the program that you're interested in to open up the homepage for that particular program. In that same area, you're going to find a link for postgraduate work permit eligible programs, or PGWP eligible programs. For important dates, go to our enrollment services webpage. There you're going to find key dates such as enrollment dates and application deadlines, as well as other key dates that are important to every student.
Wondering about admission requirements? Let's break it down. For post-secondary programs, there are different requirements. So it requires a completion of secondary education as well as language proficiency. For the program, you can check the program page, and for the language, you can check the language proficiency page. Some programs might have a lower English requirement, some might have a higher English requirement, so please check those proficiency pages. For graduate certificate programs, applicants are required to complete a college diploma or a bachelor's degree, along with a proof of English proficiency. The English proficiency for the programs are listed on the website. Please check the English proficiency chart on Niagara College website. Some programs may have additional requirements like completion of audition, can be portfolio, can be completion of a questionnaire or submission of a letter. So please review those additional requirements on the program page. If you have any questions, please reach out to your regional manager for the additional requirements.
Do you want to help your students save money and take advantage of our bursaries and scholarships? Well, Niagara College offers over $5 million in scholarships and bursaries to incoming international students. And students also have a chance to apply for returning student bursaries and scholarships as well. That's usually tied to academic success. And we support our students ongoing through their academic journey with these scholarships and bursaries. Encourage your students to explore the many opportunities that they have to reduce the educational costs, but please make sure to check on all of the availability and requirements of each and every bursary and scholarship to ensure the student will qualify for that particular one. So we are happy to offer all kinds of academic scholarships for our students.
Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to Montreal University Training Hub training session. My name is Jason. I'm the International Admissions and Recruitment Specialist at the university. Today, for this video, I'll be introducing Montreal University and Calgary in general. Calgary is located in Alberta, the western part of Canada. Calgary is the fourth largest city in Canada, as well as Alberta's biggest city. Known for its low cost of living, affordable housing, and high incomes, Alberta residents have the highest income in Canada. Over the past years, Calgary has become the top destination for Canadians. Currently, we have the highest population inflow among all Canadian provinces. Calgary has about 1.6 million people in population. At the meantime, Calgarians enjoy over 300 sunny days per year. The average daytime temperature is a mild -3 degrees Celsius in January. Moreover, we are close to famous national parks like Banff and Jasper, offering easy access to ski resorts, lakes, and weekend hiking opportunities, all within an hour and a half drive. Established in 1910, MRU is one of Alberta's largest public universities. With over 50 programs and majors, we have an on-campus community of 15,000 students, among which international students constitute only 5%. This exclusively guarantees an authentic Canadian study and living experience at Montreal University. At MRU, we prioritize the student experience, maintaining small class sizes with an average of only 32 students per class. This ensures personalized and high-quality education making it easier to track projects, attendance, and obtain reference letters for jobs, and also networking opportunities. We take pride in our high employment rate of 94% and a satisfaction rate of 95%. You can find the 4 strongest data in this PowerPoint for promotional purposes. That concludes our overview of MRU and Calgary. Thank you very much. Hello everyone. During this session, I will be introducing some of the unique services that we provide at MRU. Just in case if you're wondering what its background is, that is our 40 feet tall climbing wall in our gym, and all of our students can use this gym for free. Speaking of career services, MRU has a well-established work integrated learning system. There are working components for most of our programs. They can be co-op work terms, practicums, internships, or etc. So most of our students will be graduating with some sort of existing working experience. Furthermore, our Career Services Office will help our students to build their first resume, to do job researches, and then set up mock and practice interviews. This leads to a very high employment rate we have, a 94% employment after 2 years of graduation. In this slide, you can see some of the companies that we're currently working with right now. So we really would like to equip our students with the working experience and career knowledges for future job markets. To better support our international students, we have a International Education Office and an International Student Support Center. After students received admissions, we'll navigate our students to the program academic advisors to choose courses and do the course registrations. And then our colleagues at International Education Office will hold info sessions and workshops to help students to prepare for their upcoming international trip. We also have workshops to help with study permit extension and postgraduate work permit applications and things like that. If students need counseling or wellness services, we also have them provided here as well at the university. Besides that, we also have an International Student Support Center. We arrange something like pizza nights, karaoke nights, movie nights, and we take students to Banff and Lake Louise for hikes periodically. And we have a place for international students to have lunch together every day. And all of the services and workshops I have mentioned above are all free. All in all, we try to prepare our international students mentally and support them with the soft skills and immigration advices for future life challenges. We have 2 on-campus residences for students to choose from. One is a condo style, the other one is a townhouse style. As long as students pay the deposit before the deadline, we can guarantee that new students will be having a spot on the residence. For the residence, every student will have their own bedroom and a walk-in closet, so students will have privacy for sure. The roommates just need to share the same living room and the bathroom together. And in this picture, you can see some of the floor plans that we have. I'm excited to introduce MRU's diverse range of programs in this video. With approximately 60 majors and programs we offer, most of them being 4-year bachelor degrees. While we don't currently provide master or PhD programs, we do have some highly thought after programs options for you to choose from. Let's dive into the fascinating programs under the Faculty of Health, Community, and Education. The Bachelor of Midwifery and Nursing have garnered significant amount of attention from international students, but do note that these 2 programs have very high rigorous entry requirements. For the Bachelor of Social Work and Diploma of Social Work, unfortunately, they are not open for international students at the moment. If your students are looking for elementary level teaching, MRU's Bachelor of Education program might be the perfect fit. And don't miss out on our exclusive offering, the Bachelor of Health and Physical Education program, a one-of-a-kind opportunity in Western Canada for those seeking adventure or physical education related programs. Moving on to our largest faculty, the Faculty of Business and Communication Studies, we take pride in our AACSB membership and the high employability rates of our BBA majors. Though we don't offer master programs, we have excellent business post-bac certificates in marketing, human resources, and advanced accounting. Under the Faculty of Science and Technology, you will find exciting programs such as computing science, biology, chemistry, environmental science, and geology. Starting 2024, we're the first university in Alberta who provides data science major. One unique outlier is a Bachelor of Computing Information Systems. This program is a combination of both computing science and business. On the right-hand side, you can see the Bachelor of Arts programs. We have the only criminal justice program in Alberta. Meanwhile, students can choose from policy studies, English, history, psychology, sociology, and anthropology as their Bachelor of Arts majors. In this slide, I would like to showcase the unique programs at Montreal University. We're one of the only few public universities in Canada who offers an aviation program. We have 2 campuses, one of them being an airport for future pilots. We have 8 airplanes now, plus multiple flight simulators. Our training is designed for commercial pilot license, CPL. We also work with the industrial giants like Jazz, WestJet, and Sunwing. For those who are seeking specialized business training after their degree, we offer business post-bachelor certificates. To be eligible for those certificates, applicants must have a valid bachelor degree to apply. Marketing and human resources are more accessible, while the advanced accounting option require a prior completion of a course called Accounting 2121. Please note, the certificate program spans 1.5 years and consists of 3 semesters. Another remarkable program exclusive to MRU is the Bachelor of Health and Physical Education, making us the only institution in Western Canada offering this program. This program caters to individuals interested in outdoor adventures and physical education related fields. For instance, you can see MRU Professor Ian Sherrington in the picture scaling Mount Logan, Canadian's highest peak. Other than bachelor degrees, MRU caters to students seeking 2-year diplomas. Our massage therapist diploma and personal fitness trainer diploma are nationally accredited, allowing our graduates to practice anywhere in Canada upon graduation. On average, graduates from those 2 programs received 7 job offers.
To apply for admission, you must submit a complete application, which includes submission of all high school and, if applicable, post-secondary transcripts. Evaluations will not start until we receive all documents. We will accept unofficial transcripts for conditional admissions assessment from our authorized agents. Early admission always runs October 1st to February 1st. After early admission, some programs will close for application, so please double check the program that you are applying for and if there is an application deadline. In ongoing admission, programs that are still open will close as soon as there are enough qualified applicants. So you are recommended to apply and submit all documents as early as possible. The conditions you must meet to receive final admission will be outlined in the offer of admission letter. To submit the application, please submit it online through applyalberta.ca. Within 3 business days of applying, the student will receive an MRU student ID number, as well as login instructions for the Future Student Portal, which is how they will check their application and transcript status. Step 2, the agent will submit a document package which includes all unofficial transcripts from high school and post-secondary, which can be emailed to transcripts@mtroyal.ca. If the student is in grade 12 at the time of application and final grades are not available, please include predicted grade 12 scores or first term grade 12 scores for conditional admissions assessment. If the student has proof of English language proficiency, you can also include that in the document package, though it is not necessary to have it at the time of application. As well, the student will need to submit a release of information form to provide consent with the agent to act on their behalf. After that, the student can check their application and transcript status in the Future Student Portal. Typically, it takes between 2 to 4 weeks for application processing if the student has applied during early admission. Packages that come after February 1st may have a longer processing time. If the student has received an offer of admission, they will need to accept their offer by paying a deposit. To do so, they should activate their MyMRU account using their MRU student ID number. They will be able to pay the $1,000 deposit via credit card in their MyMRU account. This payment method will automatically trigger acceptance of their offer in our own system. If the student has paid the tuition deposit by wire transfer, please email us at mruagent@mtroyal.ca to inform us, as we will need to manually update their application status. You can also email us to request a receipt. Please note that this tuition deposit is non-refundable, even in the event of a student visa denial. After the student has paid their tuition deposit, they can contact academic advising for any assistance or questions related to registering for their classes or courses. Typically, registration will open up in mid-April. To finalize their admission, if the offer was conditional, they need to submit official transcripts. Official transcripts need to come directly from the issuing institution or school or the examination board to Mount Royal University directly. Once we have verified that the student has met the conditions outlined in their letter, a final letter of admission will be issued. Official transcripts, as previously stated, are those that come directly from the issuing institution to Mount Royal. However, if the documents are not in English, the student must obtain a certified English translation. The translator will need to email us both the English and the original language copy. We will consider these as official transcripts. They can either be mailed directly to our office or emailed to our transcripts inbox. This is what the agent release of information form looks like. The student themselves, they need to fill this out to declare you as their agent.
Hello everyone. In this video, I will be introducing MRU's language education program for students who may not meet MRU's English proficiency requirement. Let's say if students don't have IELTS 6.5 with no band below 5.5 equivalency, we offer this language education for academic purposes program for them, also known as the ASL program. LEAP comprises 4 levels, each lasting 13 weeks, which is the same length as an academic semester. LEAP has 3 intakes each year in each January, May, and September. This highly affordable program with tuition around $4,400 per semester. We have students from all over the world joining the program. We also have fully licensed faculty staff to teach a very small class size. Starting this fall 2024, we are introducing the LEAP 2 credit program to all of our international students. This LEAP 2 credit program offers dual acceptance for academic applicants who doesn't meet the English proficiency requirement. Through this program, students need to apply with their current IELTS or TOEFL scores, and then they also need to submit all of their transcripts. Then we'll do an assessment. Successful candidates will receive 2 offer letters. The first one being their acceptance letter for the LEAP program, and the second offer letter will be their conditional acceptance letter for their desired academic program. So this LEAP 2 credit pathway allowing them to work on their English proficiency while being accepted into their future academic program of their choice. Currently, we have Bachelor of Business Administration, BBA, all majors, Bachelor of Arts, undeclared major, Massage Therapist, and Personal Fitness Trainer diploma open for the LEAP 2 credit dual acceptance program. We also have open studies as a backup option if your students don't meet the academic requirement for the target program. So let's explain how does LEAP 2 credit program actually work here. And let's come up with an example named Jason. Let's say Jason is your student and he has an IELTS score of 5.0 with no band below 4.5. And Jason's target program is supply chain management under BBA. So in this case, the LEAP 2 credit program would be the best fit for Jason because he only has 5.0 IELTS, and the direct entry to the BBA program would be 6.5 IELTS with no band below 5.5. So the first step for you would be apply to the LEAP program online, and after a day or 2, we will receive the student's ID via the email. Then please fill out the LEAP 2 credit form, and the LEAP 2 credit application form will be explained in details on the next page. And then please submit student's IELTS and TOEFL score, high school transcript, and post-secondary transcript if he has some. The students will receive 2 acceptance letters as long as program. So for example, in our case, Jason will receive a fall 2024 Hello, everyone.
The estimated tuition per year is approximately $25,000, which is 10 courses. This makes each course approximately $2,500 Canadian. Note that these costs are for 2022 to 2023 and may be subject to change. If the student chooses to live on campus, the cost will depend on which bedroom option they choose, 4-bedroom, 2-bedroom, or 1-bedroom. Students will also receive a U-Pass with their tuition and fees, which gives them access to all trains and buses in Calgary. As a reminder, the best way to pay the tuition deposit is through credit card in your MyMRU account, which needs to be activated to access. Doing so will automatically accept your offer of admission. If the tuition deposit is paid by wire transfer, you need to email us immediately to let us know because we need to manually update the student's application status. If you do not let us know that the deposit was paid via wire transfer, the student's offer of admission may be closed. The average cost per year, which is 10 courses, is approximately $25,000 Canadian. This makes every course approximately $2,500. Tuition is paid per semester per course. However, we encourage international students to pay their first year of tuition in full. Residence costs for students who choose to live on campus will vary depending on the type of residence chosen, 4-bedroom, 2-bedroom, or 1-bedroom. Students are recommended to pay their first year of tuition in advance as per IRCC's guidelines. International students should use CIBC International Student Pay. This allows them to make payments in their local currency or preferred currency. Once you have filled out the form, a quote and payment instructions with MRU's banking information will be provided. The quote is valid for 72 hours. Overseas wire transfers remain the most popular method of tuition payment by international students. However, if they have a local Canadian bank, you can pay through online banking or telephone banking. As well, we also accept online credit card payments for tuition payments as well. Please note that there is a convenience fee of 2.85% for credit card payments. If you require a receipt to attach with the study permit application, please contact MRU agent at mtroyal.ca to request this. We can provide a receipt for the tuition deposit and/or any tuition payments made. While we currently do not have any scholarships specifically for international students can still qualify for scholarships and bursaries. Students must submit their application during early admission. The scholarship application is accessed through their MyMRU account and is available between November 1st to March 1st. Students can also submit a scholarship application each year as a current MRU student.
Hello everyone. In this video, I will be introducing the general process of getting your credits transferred to MRU. The procedure is quite simple. To apply to MRU normally with official transcripts from post-secondary institutions, and then evaluators at MRU will do a general assessment to see if the previous institution that you attend was accredited or not. And if the institution is accredited, we'll do the credit transfer automatically. for the first 8 courses. If not, there is no credit transfer. And then if students are looking for additional transfer credits to MRU, then there's a few key documents and deadlines the students have to follow. So first of all, students have to provide detailed course outlines. And then there's April 15th to submit all of them. And then students have to work with their academic advisor for the credit transfer. So it's not really a admissions and recruitment office thing. So this has to be arranged with the academic advisors for the students program at MRU. So please keep that in mind. There are a couple of more things that I would like to highlight here. So first of all, according to our admissions policy, students can transfer up to 50% of their study or credits to MRU. So take BBA, Bachelor of Business Administration as example. It has about 120 credits to complete the program, and students can transfer up to 60 credits or 20 equivalent courses to MRU. However, we rarely see anyone can transfer that much of the courses to MRU due to the uniqueness of the program. And secondly, for most of the programs and for most of the credits, students can only transfer courses to something called unspecified courses to MRU. So those courses cannot be used to replace the core courses of the program. And the third thing is, MRU rarely takes any credits transfer from colleges or any colleges level institutions. Whether in Canada or international, college credits are usually not transferable. Students can check their transferred courses and credits online. So first of all, they need to log into their MyMRU account, and then they need to click on the My Program tab here. Once you click on the My Program tab, this page will show up. And then just click on the Check Transfer Equivalencies on the bottom red corner. Then you'll be able to see what courses are transferred already to the student's account automatically. So in general, let's have a recap. If your student is looking for credit transfer, so please apply first. Once admission decision is received, log into MyMRU to check for already transferred credits. If students still have questions regarding transferred credits, or they're looking for more transfer credits to MRU, then they have to work with the MRU advising office and then submit all of the required course descriptions before April 15th each year to get the credit transfer procedure done.